guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have a story time for you, and this is actually going to be our proposal story. I thought it would just be fun for us to kind of go over the whole thing and include some video clips of the day. So yeah, let's go ahead and get it.
So I guess it started
in December of 2018.
It was December 17th of 2018.
2018. Is that when you bought the ring?
That's whenever I saw the ring.
Saw the ring. Okay, we went...
Bought the ring.
Oh, you went...
And hid it in my trunk before your shift at Box Lunch.
Oh, yeah.
And...
You remember this better than
you
I
got... Yeah, it was a big day for me. You didn't know anything about it. You got this... it was like a peppermint bark thing that... JCPenney?
Yeah.
And whenever you open it up, you get a coupon.
You get a discount.
You got like a 50% off or a 75% off coupon.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I wonder if it stacks with jewelry. So she's like looking at the rings. She's like, oh babe, this one's cute. Blah, blah, blah. And I notice this one. And I'm like, what do you think about that? And she's like, oh, that's really cute, but it's so expensive.
Expensive.
Yeah, exactly like that. At this point, she was just desperate to get
a ring.
Something.
I'm getting old.
Pointed silence. He asks me, like, it's like time for her shift at Box Lunch, so she gets going, and she's like, hey babe, can you go back and get the flannel pajamas and the phonogram? I go, and I talk to the very nice lady. I don't know when I'm actually going to give her this ring. I know that I'm going to give it to her. I don't know when. But I knew that I wanted to be her hubby.
That's good.
And so I'm like, crap, where am I going to put this ring? There's not a room in this house that she doesn't go into on a regular basis, and she's very observant.
Nosy.
Shoot they. I just decided, hey, my trunk doesn't open unless if I have the key, so I just left it in my trunk for like several months.
Like half a year.
Yeah.
Like 6 months.
So I got the ring in
7 months.
On December 17th. And then throughout this entire time, she was like, babe, you don't have to get me a nice ring. I just want something. And she's like, babe, I just feel like you're never going to get the ring. And she like...
I was more worried about you proposing than the actual ring, is what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be like, because he's so much younger than me, when he was ready at 26, I was going to be super old. So I didn't care about the ring, I just wanted to get married.
And this entire time, I'm having to like keep a straight face and be like, babe, I promise you'll have a ring by the end of the year. I promise, I promise, I promise. Because
I told you need to propose to me by the end of 2019.
I don't think you gave me an ultimatum.
I did. I was like, it wasn't an ultimatum. It was just I'm going to be very, very sad if you don't propose to me by the end of 2019 because I want a full year to plan and I don't want to get married past 30. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I didn't want it for myself.
And this entire time I'm just like, yep. Yeah, babe. Yeah. Totally don't have a ring in the very car you're in. I had to play dumb, which was very hard because whenever I have like a surprise for her,
he likes to give it to me early.
I'm like, hey babe,
I got you this for your birthday,
I got you something,
but let me give it to you in December.
I like you.
Yeah. Or like
excited.
Christmas gifts. He'll wrap them and put them under the tree, and then he'll be like, but if you want it now, I mean, I guess that's okay.
I'll let you open one.
I'll let you pick one. Pick that one. And I'm like, I don't want to pick any of them.
But yeah, no, it was very difficult to not show my hand. I think I timed it perfectly. In the end. because Aranza had been saying how she wanted to have, like pictures taken because we didn't have very many like couple photos. We had
a lot of cosplay photos, but we didn't have any photos for like with just us. And I have picture frames up in our house that still have the stock photo. So when people come in, they're like, "Who are these people?" And then they see the little like price tag on it, and they're like, "Oh, this is just the photo that came with it."
She wanted to get some photos taken in a sunflower field. And so she's like, "Hey, Jonah, can you ask Kale, who's my brother-in-law, hey, can you ask Kale to take some pictures of us? We'll pay him." No, it was during Wilson's birthday party. I was like, "Hey, so Kale, that photo shoot you're taking tomorrow, it's a proposal." And he's like, "I'm sorry, what?" I was like, "That's a lot of pressure to put on me, dude." It all set up for what day?
It was a Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah, it was a Sunday. It was the last day they were open.
And they were running this special for like $5. You get to pick 5 sunflowers.
Yeah. So what happened? I'm gonna go into a little more detail. So the plan was to go to this sunflower patch and get some really pretty pictures with the sunflowers because I had been seeing them going around social media and everyone was using this sunflower field. Well, we go and we got dressed up and stuff and we go there and we didn't realize that it was the last day. And we wanted like sunset time. Golden hour, and then when we got there, they're like, "Oh, with your ticket, you also get these scissors, and every person gets to cut 5 sunflowers." So by the time we were there, it was almost empty. Like people had been cutting all day long, and so there was not like hardly. We started going around cutting sunflowers and then placing them and like trying to make it look like they were growing because there were so many empty spots.
I thought whenever we got there, I was like, "Oh no, the day is ruined." Her mom knew, my mom knew.
Oh yeah,
like, they were there.
Mothers were with us because our moms are like becoming best friends. It's kind of cute. They're wanting to go like dress shopping for the wedding and stuff together. But so they were there and they were like, "Oh well, while you guys take your pictures, we're gonna go around cutting stuff and trying to." So they were like kind of in the background trying to make it look like there were a bunch of sunflowers when there weren't.
And so we go throughout the whole like photo shoot, getting like normal photos. And then we get to the end and Kale's like, "All right, does anybody have any like specific poses or anything that they want to do?"
And I'm super awkward when it comes to photo shoots, so I was like, "Nope, I'm good, I'm done."
And I look at Kale and I'm like, "Yeah, there is one. Can we get one where like she's in front of me and I'm in back?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea." And so she goes forward, she's holding this sunflower, and Kale's like, "All right, go ahead and put that, like, act like you're smelling it, look at it." And like all the while I'm in the background and I'm like fumbling with the ring because the freaking rings fell out of the little like holder.
The ring
cushion
box thing?
So they were just like out and loose. I'm like, crap. So I'm like trying to jit-jack with it. And finally I'm like, I gotta do this. So I just pull it out, like I pull the main ring out of the box, close the box, put it away. And I get down on one knee and I'm like, I'm just holding it. And Kale is like, "All right, Aranza, go ahead and turn around." And I see this woman turn around at me. I see this look of like, what the heck? And then just dawning on her what I'm doing. And then 5 consecutive... What? No!
I said
no! What? No! What? No! Flings like sunflower everywhere.
Okay, but pause. I knew how my parents kind of felt about like the beginning of our relationship, and my mom has come around, and my mom loves Jonah now. But I didn't think he was going to propose in front of her. I thought it was going to be more of a, we're gonna get engaged and then I'm going to have time to figure out how to tell my parents. But no, my mom and his mom were there behind Kale with their bucket of sunflowers. I was so worried that my mom was going to be upset that I kept looking back to her. So I would look at him and then I would look at my mom trying to read her face. And I was like, what? And I looked at my mom, no. And then I looked back, what? No. It literally took until my mom like saying, it's okay. Like she told me, she's like, Aranza, it's okay. And you might be able to hear it in the video before I finally was like, oh, so it's okay to say yes. So it wasn't because I was like, didn't want to. It was because I was scared of the reaction from our parents.
What are you doing? I'm like, proposing?
Yeah.
And so I was like, Aranza Marife Rodriguez, will you marry me? And you kind of like got up close and like hugged me and like we kind of like.
I mean, they'll be able to see it in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see it in the video where I'm just like, stuff is starting to dawn on me. What's going on?
Whenever we put our heads like close together, I told you I got your mom and dad's blessing.
Yeah,
that's whenever she really like.
That's when yeah, that was when it was like okay that this was happening because I'm Hispanic.
Did you tear up at that point?
I was starting to tear up. I don't think I actually cried because I was just. I think if we were alone, I would have. But with an audience, I don't hardly ever cry in front of people.
Oh,
so.
I'm gonna cry at the wedding. That's for sure. Like,
oh, I know you will.
Tears.
I know you will. More in touch with your emotions than I am.
How sad is that? And after all of that, we got some more pictures. Kale got some pictures of the ring. Got some pictures with us.
But yeah, that's kind of how it happened. I said no, but then I said yes.
5 times.
But then I said yes. So we are getting married this year as long as COVID-19 doesn't ruin everything. But
we put down too many deposits for that crap.
It's not till the end of the year, like the very end of the year. So hopefully we'll be good. But yeah, that is our proposal story. So if you stuck around this long, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. I can't talk today anymore, but
later days.